Hi everybody, and welcome to our third video on our course overview. And when you first get on your dashboard, you will find our course, which is here. And this card, all you need to do is click on it and away you go. And here we are in the course. As you'll notice, we have several items here on this menu. So I'm going to start out first with announcements. Now I only have these three announcements published at this point in time. So I'm going to go to the welcome and getting ready for 205. You can do it this way too, or you can go into announcements here and pick up the same item here. So welcome and getting aboard, getting ready for 205 has some great information in it. We have a little guy there working feverishly. And so here it takes you directly to my introduction and biography. If you're interested in that, you're certainly welcome to look at what I do. I'll do that real quickly. Here's my biography. I went to USC, got my master's degree there. I've been a chief financial officer. I've been a controller. I've had a staff of almost 50 people. I've made some fairly interesting decisions regarding budgeting, planning, strategic issues, financial analysis, etc. You can read more about that if you like. I'm a former naval officer as well. I was in the real Navy, as I call it, for 4 years. And I've been married for over 40 years. I have 2 grown daughters. And the last member of my household is a tricolor cocker spaniel named Millie. I enjoy flying, scuba diving, bicycling, hiking, football, golf, Formula One racing, and music. And I believe in having a little fun while we learn. So in any event, if I go back to our home page, and this time I'll go to the welcome aboard through the home page, and here this takes you to the first module, which you'll go to in a second. Here's our modules link over here, and this takes you to your first module. And we might as well go that way. So we'll go into the first module. And here it is. Here's that same welcome and getting ready for 205 that's in the announcements. It's also duplicated here. Here is the syllabus and course organization videos. Of course, if you're watching this, you know what that means. And then here's our Wiley information that I mentioned in the syllabus. Here's my introduction and biography. And if you want to review some basics from Accounting 101, here's some files to help you do that. Again, don't hesitate to ask me questions, even if it's before the start of the class. I'm happy to answer those. And then I have a little wrap up here that takes you to the next module. I'm going to jump to the next module here. See, it says congratulations there, and move this, and I hit the next button, and it takes me to the next module. Okay, and here it is, the first one in the second module. So let's go home here, and then I have these convenient buttons to take you to different places. And here are resources. And as you saw, the next took you to the communication plan. And then you can find out what to do about accommodations and disabilities and etiquette rules, etc., etc. I won't go through each one of those, but you're welcome to. Where you can get access to computers, where to get tech support, where to get tutoring assistance, and that's, we'll talk more about my weekday tutoring sessions, and other student services, which are tremendous at the school, and etc. So some other policies. The Academic Computing Center, for example, is where the hub of those tutorings occur, and I will publish how to do the weekday tutorings in a separate announcement. Okay, and then we go all the way through that, and we start the first module here. Here's the icebreaker discussion and the syllabus quiz. If you wanted to take the icebreaker discussion, all you got to do is work through the modules. This is the best way to do this class. All you got to do is click on each assignment. It tells you when it's due. That's mirrored in that course assignments by due date page that I showed you in the syllabus. And so here, I can click on this just to show you what's involved. And the icebreaker discussion says, what's your name, nickname if you want to use it, if I can remember it, your major if you have one, your hobbies, interesting experience you've had over the last year, and a head and shoulders picture of yourself. Okay, and then once you've done that, and post it, then you can reply to other students' posts. So I think a little fun to get it started, and away we go. So I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go back to announcements. I'll go home, and I'll go to the next announcement here. Welcome again aboard. And so I went through the instructor introduction and biography and course information module, the course homepage. I'm just got to this announcements from that homepage. And then if you want to go, there's the syllabus. You can also get the syllabus over here, same syllabus. And if you need to customize your Canvas setting, here's a little link to do that. So it gives you some information to help you get started. It talks a little bit about the textbook and the need to get that purchased as soon as possible. And I think that will be very helpful to you. Again, they have a free 2-week trial. If money's a little short, which it always seems to be with me, you can do that as well. Okay, so if I go back to announcements, and down here we have my Monday morning tutoring sessions. This tells you how to log into those tutoring sessions. And here is that link. All you do is, I'll go there just for fun, and you'll see that all those tutoring sessions are already set up here. So all you do is you click on the appropriate tutoring session, and away you go. That's very easy to do. The other piece of that, though, is that the weekday tutoring is not quite as easy. And I will publish an announcement as to how to participate in those if you're so interested. By the way, I record all those tutoring sessions on Saturday morning. So if it's not convenient for you to join on Saturday, you'll still have the same information that the people that do have. Okay, so away you go. Now, one thing about these tutoring sessions, I'm pretty liberal on that, just to tell you the honest truth. I want you to get this. So even if you haven't completed homework and you have a question on that homework, attend the tutoring session. That goes for exams too. I often will go through questions from the exam in advance, usually IFRS questions. So it's well worth your time, I think, to attend those tutoring sessions. Okay, and then lastly, my Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays tutoring sessions are done separately through the Academic Computing Center, and they will start February 17th. Okay. All right, so if I go back home for the second, and now, okay, so I think that's pretty easy. I showed you how to do that. So now I'm going to go down to the modules. Here's our module 1. So again, all you do is proceed through the modules. And here's the dates. Now you'll notice sometimes, though, we'll get to module 2 here, you'll see these extra credit assignments. Don't get confused on that, because this is due February 16th, where these are due February 22nd. So it's organized by assignments, then extra credit assignments second. But the due dates are, of course, the 16th is before the 22nd. And then we go into the same thing. I have the PowerPoints here for you can download them if you like. I have my instructional videos. I'll just bring that up real quickly so you see those. All you do here is I go through the PowerPoint just as if it was a lecture in class. So these are available for every chapter. It takes me a lot of time to make these, so please take advantage of that. And away you go. And if you're wondering, I will provide you the information so that you can have these videos for both the 101 and the 102 courses as well. And those are available in my YouTube account, which I will publish shortly as to how to do that. But for right now, these instructional videos are very helpful. Okay, so again, I'll go back home, and the home page comes up. I'll go down to Module 4, and Module 4, here's our first exam. I have exam instructions here, and here's our first exam with 20 points. So that takes you right into the exam, and then we move right down the modules all the way through the course until we finally get to the 18th module course. And again, I have this Saturday optional no points elective review, and only by email request. So I think that's clear as to what we'll do there. So you will have grades in your grade book, and that'll be helpful to you. I went through the syllabus, the announcements, the Wiley course resources. I'll click on that for a second. Here, Wiley, you will have all the course information that you can possibly need for the course. It's just replete with information. So hopefully it will be good for you as well. So I will go back to the course. And then finally, on the last module, when we wrap that up, we have congratulations. All right. That looks like a good place to stop this video. And hopefully we can have a little bit of fun. I hope you'll take advantage of my tutoring sessions. I don't get paid for those, so I do those to help you guys. And again, my phone number is in the syllabus. If you're having any difficulties, I welcome you to give me a call. I'm here to help you get the very best success that is possible. Okay, until we meet again, bye for now.